So we're starting a new series on YouTube this year. For Christmas, my friend got me 100 things to do with your dogs. A bucket list. And there's a whole bunch of activities from, quite frankly, easy. It includes playing fetch, tug of war, going for a walk, to the slightly more challenging, having a gourmet meal, going paddleboarding, and then the downright ridiculous. Hot air balloon rides, riding in a convertible, becoming a movie star. I mean, it's quite a weird list. But our plan this year is to tick off all 100 items, maybe as there are in episodes, a couple combined, and we might need your help with some of them, especially some of the more ridiculous ones. But for now, let's start off with one of the more straightforward activities. So here it is, episode 1, take your dog to work.
A whole bunch of stuff, toys, chews, treats, water bowl, and Kong. Oh, and plenty of poo bags. Ah, there you go. In. Good boy.
Before we get on the train this morning, we're going to have a quick walk in our recreation ground, just so Buddy can stretch his legs and, most importantly, go to the toilet.
Just like clockwork. It is almost the perfect temperature for Buddy at the moment. It's -1 outside. I'm freezing. He's loving it. When we take Bud to work, we try and do a quick walk in the morning, and we'll have about an hour at lunchtime as well that I've already blocked out in my calendar, just for him to go to the loo. And normally the morning is the part where he's the most bored, as he's settling into the day. So, yeah. Right, shortest walk known to man complete. Back in the car, and off to Stevenage train station.
We live in quite a rural part of Hertfordshire, so we have a 20-minute-ish drive over to our nearest main train station, which is Stevenage. That's part 1 of the journey done.
Car plugged in, dog ready.
So part 2 of the journey is the train. It takes about 30 minutes to get from Stevenage down to Farringdon, which is actually pretty quick and nice and easy, only a couple of stops. We started taking Buddy on the train a couple of years ago, in that period where lockdown was over, but a lot of places weren't mandating return to office, which meant he got a lot of practice and not a lot of people to distract him. As a result, he's nice and chilled on the train, which impresses a lot of people. The last part of our journey was the underground from Farringdon to Tottenham Court Road. It's just one stop on the Elizabeth line, and then from there it's a quick 5-minute walk to the office. I make sure Buddy has a chance to have one more wee before we get into work, and then it's through the turnstiles and in the lifts up to the 8th floor. Today was a pretty chill day in the office. It's the first week back in January, so not much happening. We did some work at the desks, then went to a meeting room where Buddy had some snacks and also some naps. We did a bit more work, and then before you know it, it's around 12 o'clock and time for our lunchtime walk. As he hasn't been in for a while, we blocked out about an hour and walked from Tottenham Court Road up to Russell Square, then back down towards Trafalgar Square, through Covent Garden, and back to the office, with a couple of opportunities to stop and pose along the way. I've always found it's helpful to have somebody come with you on this kind of thing, so Megan looks after Buddy when we get back to the office, so I can go to the canteen, which is a dog-free zone, and pick up some lunch. We then find an area where Buddy is allowed and eat. He has an afternoon nap whilst I do some more work. I quickly remind myself of the douglas policy at work. And then in the afternoon, Megan wanted to look after Buddy for a little bit, so they went off to have a meeting, and I had my own and found the snack area too. Before you know it, it's almost 5 o'clock, so we head upstairs to the Google sign, get some photos, and then time to head home. The journey home is much like the journey in, just shockingly the other way around. So we leave from Tottenham Court Road and head towards the underground station, which from there, we'll take the Elizabeth line to Farringdon, and then get the train from there back up to Stevenage. You can tell it's been a long day at this point because Buddy is super tired. Luckily on the train, we find somewhere to sit, which makes Buddy happy, and chill out on the ride home. He was getting a little bit restless towards the end of the journey, so I made our way to the door, ready to go. And then from here, it's just a quick walk to the car park and back into the car. In. After a short drive home, we have our dinner and then the boys just chill out. Winston trying to find a comfy space by the fire and Buddy exhausted from a long day in the office.
Okay, so that's episode 1 done. It's probably one of the longer ones we're going to do. A lot of these will be shorter, but who knows? Let's play it by ear. All that's left to do for now, scratch off the bucket list.